Hi guys, it's David with Edify Arms. Welcome back to the channel. As always, if you like this content, please hit like and subscribe. Helps other folks find this content out on YouTube. So today I wanted to talk a little bit about how do you paint your rifle. When I go out to the range a lot, folks usually see my setup and they always ask, hey, who painted your rifle? You know, how much does something like that cost to do? And I always giggle a little bit at that question because really it doesn't take anything at all, right? Couple cans of spray paint, a few other materials, and away you go. And, you know, these things come out great. You know, it seems like the less effort you put into painting the rifle, the better it looks. So today I want to go ahead and walk through the steps that I take when painting a rifle. And then if you want to give it a try at home, you're welcome to. So here we go. Let's get into it. All right. So what do you need to get started? Cardboard box. Some spray paint of your choice. Rust-Oleum makes some great colors. Some painter's tape, coat hanger or two, depending on whether or not you want to hang your rifle, a knife, and a laundry bag. All right, guys, one of the most important things when painting a rifle is prep, right? The time you spend prepping the rifle will help improve the final product. So normally the first thing I do when prepping a rifle for painting is I'll usually take some kind of degreasing compound and wipe down the outside of the rifle, help remove any excess oil or dirt that may prevent the paint, you know, from adhering to the material. The next thing that you're going to want to do is, of course, remove any attachments, optics, lights, whatever that you do not want to paint. For those items that you do want to keep on the rifle, for example, like an optic, you're going to want to go ahead and make sure that you tape off the front and back objective lens of the optics, as well as any kind of windage elevation or any kind of other instructional details on the sight that you're going to need at some point in the future to be able to change the zero on your rifle or make adjustments. So again, you want to paint, you want to cover up any areas that you do not want to paint. So again, I usually focus on the trigger guard, the magazine well, the optics. Most often I do the muzzle device as well because I like to change muzzle devices around. So I like to keep that area free of paint. So I'll tape off the front end of the rifle. It's completely okay to paint the barrel. You will cause a rifle no harm. Matter of fact, after a few hundred rounds, most of that paint sort of bakes off. So there's no concern as far as painting the barrel. The other area is the stock. I normally paint the stock along with a buffer tube. Some people like to tape off those areas, you know, dealer's choice here, right? As far as aesthetics, you know, everybody has a different idea of what looks good, what doesn't. So there might be some areas that you want to completely tape off and others that you want to keep completely exposed. So again, prepping the rifle, very important. It only takes, you know, anywhere between 15 and 20 minutes to get the complete rifle taped. And then you're going to be ready to paint. All right, so the way I set up my rifle painting station here is I decided to hang my rifle using my two coat hangers. This allows me to easily spray paint all the way around the gun from top to bottom to the sides. You can also use a piece of cardboard and just lay it on the ground. Either way works absolutely fine. In this scenario, I decided to go ahead and hang my rifle. Normally what I do is I go ahead and start with a base color, and I just go over the entire rifle with that first color. If you notice the way I am applying the paint, I'm doing very light strokes over and over and over again. What you do not want to do is pile so much paint on a particular area of the rifle that you start to get dripping and running and stuff on the rifle. That doesn't look good. So again, nice, easy, broad strokes, not putting a lot of paint on at any one time, and then you can just continue to go over it. Once you do the base color, then what I do is I start to alternate. I usually have 3 or 4 different colors to choose from, and I will start to alternate from one end of the rifle to the other. And normally the diagonal stripes that I'm making are about a hand width apart, which is about where you want to be to get a really good look. The next piece is I'll go ahead and take my laundry bag, which basically is just a mesh netting that you can get pretty much in any kind of store or on Amazon. And I will lay that over my alternating design, and then I will go ahead and spray with a different color. And what that ends up doing is creating a nice little pattern on the rifle. And again, this is a really great look. You can use all kinds of different things. You can make your own stencils and tape them on the rifle and paint over them. You can go ahead and take any kind of brush or foliage from your yard, using your natural environment. You can take those materials, lay them against the rifle, and then spray paint over. So there's all kinds of different ways to get different types of patterns on your rifle. As many of these things go, right, it's going to be up to the person painting the rifle. Everybody's going to have a different opinion for what looks good and what doesn't. I like the laundry bag. It just creates a nice design on the rifle. It just gives it that cool, recce rifle type look. Another great thing about painting rifles is you don't have to be exact, right? A matter of fact, most of the rifles that I have been most happy with are ones where I just didn't get too meticulous with the painting, right? So go ahead and have fun. The great thing about painting a rifle is if you don't like it, you can just paint right over it, right? So you're not going to be causing any harm to your rifle. Don't be afraid to try different things. And again, if you make a mistake, you're welcome to go back and repaint. But this is a wonderful option for those folks who do not want to spend, hundreds of dollars on some type of Cerakote or dip. This is quick, easy, and simple to do at your home with basic supplies. And if you're spending more than $15 to paint your rifle, you're probably doing it wrong. So anyways, these are the basic tips and trips. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. I had a lot of fun putting it together. Again, anytime you can do some of these things on your own, it really makes owning your firearms a lot of fun and enjoyable. So anyway, guys, I hope you really enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for your time. Have a good one. Bye-bye.